Hello, and welcome to Read Us a Story. What shall we read today? How about Peppa Pig? Peppa plays basketball. It is a lovely sunny day. Peppa and her friends are in the playground. Children, says Madame Gazelle, today we have a special person coming to teach you basketball. Ooh, say the children. Daddy Pig walks into the playground. Hello, everyone.
Daddy,
Snorts Peppa.
it isn't my home time yet. We've got a special teacher coming.
That's me, says Daddy Pig. I'm the coach, explains Daddy Pig. A basketball teacher is called a coach. Daddy Pig spins the ball on his finger.
Ooh, that's clever, Daddy.
Peppa, says Daddy Pig, call me coach. Daddy Coach blows his whistle. In basketball, you bounce the ball with your hands, he says. Everyone try. The children practice bouncing the ball up and down the playground. Throw the ball through the hoop, shouts Daddy Coach. Oops! George throws the ball the wrong way. He still needs a bit more training. Daddy Coach decides it is time to play a game. Split into two teams, he says. The girls are in one team and the boys are in the other. It's not fair, says Pedro Pony. We've got little ones on our team.
Ruff, don't worry, says Danny Dog. The boys' team will still win.
The game starts. Emily catches the ball with her trunk. She is very good at reaching up with her trunk.
That's not fair,
Says Peppa.
Shh,
Whispers Susie Sheep.
she's on our side. Oh, yes, it is fair.
Decides Peppa. We want Emily on our team, shouts Pedro. No arguing, says Daddy Coach. You can all be on the same team. The children get into one big team.
But who will we play?
Asks Peppa. Says Daddy Coach. Well... The parents arrive to take the children home. I know, snorts Daddy Coach. You can play the grown-ups.
Ruff, but they're bigger than us,
Cries Danny Dog. Ah, nods Daddy Coach. But you've been taught basketball by Daddy Coach.
Yes,
Calls Peppa.
let's play.
All right, shout the grown-ups. George tackles Mr. Elephant, then passes to Zoe Zebra. Zoe passes to Richard Rabbit. Richard passes the ball to Peppa, who throws it in the hoop. The final whistle blows. The basketball game is over. Everybody cheers. The children's team has won,
And it's all thanks to Daddy Coach,
says Peppa. And that was Peppa Pig. Peppa plays basketball. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, be sure and like the video. And remember, you can always subscribe to the channel and read us a story. Thanks. Bye! Hello, and welcome to Read Us a Story. What shall we read today? How about Peppa Pig? Peppa's Dinosaur Party. Rawr! Peppa's Dinosaur Party. Peppa and George were visiting Granny and Grandpa Pig.
Grandpa.
Cheered Peppa. Hello, Peppa. Hello, George, said Grandpa Pig.
Dinosaur. Grrr,
said George, roaring. And hello to you too, Mr. Dinosaur, said Grandpa Pig. chuckling. Suddenly, there was a loud roar.
Ah!
Shouted Grandpa Pig, leaping up into the air. Granny Pig was dressed as a dinosaur.
Oh, my goodness, Granny Pig,
said Grandpa Pig.
you gave me a shock.
Oh, sorry, said Granny Pig. I'm having a dinosaur day today.
Ooh, dinosaur.
Granny Pig explained that her friends were coming round to pretend it was the time of the dinosaurs. It's called an historical reenactment, she said.
Sounds like a party,
says Grandpa Pig. It is not the party, said Granny Pig. It is very serious. I am dressed as a Tyrannosaurus. She gave Peppa and George their costumes. Peppa is an Allosaurus, and George a Stegosaurus.
Ooh.
Just then, Grandad Dog arrived in his tow truck.
Beep, beep. Grrr,
he growled.
Hello, everyone. And what are you supposed to be?
Asked Grandpa Pig.
I'm a Triceratops,
said Grandad Dog proudly. Peppa and George looked at the big purple dinosaur on the back of the tow truck and wondered what it was. The purple dinosaur rose up into the air. Hello, called Granny Sheep and Granny Wolf from underneath it.
Grrr, ah,
said Grandpa Pig.
A Brontosaurus.
Actually, said Granny Pig, that is an Apatosaurus.
Wonderful,
said Grandpa Pig.
I'll pop the kettle on.
The dinosaurs followed Granny Pig to the back garden. This is how the world looked a long time ago, when there were dinosaurs.
Let's pretend we were there,
says Grandad Dog.
What do we do?
asked Peppa.
Stomp and roar,
said Grandad Dog.
Yeah, I see the party's started,
said Grandpa Pig, bringing out the tea. It's not a party, said Granny Pig. Grampy Rabbit arrived.
Hello,
he shouted.
Sorry I'm late.
Why are you dressed as a caveman? asked Granny Pig.
Dinosaurs and cavemen go well together,
replied Grampy Rabbit. Granny Pig said, well, actually, they didn't live at the same time. But Grampy Rabbit wasn't listening.
I'm good at being a caveman,
he said.
I hope you don't mind,
continued Grampy Rabbit,
but I invited my daughter.
Everyone felt the ground beneath them begin to shake.
Hello!
Miss Rabbit shouted down from the top of the gigantic robot dragon. Thump! The dragon nearly knocked Granny and Grandpa Pig's house over.
Oops, sorry,
cried Miss Rabbit.
It's a bit hard to control this thing.
That is a dragon, said Granny Pig, not a dinosaur. Grandpa Pig watched his garden shake with the stomping.
Didn't the dinosaurs die out at some point?
He grumbled. Around 66 million years ago, when the world was hit by an asteroid, said Granny Pig.
What's an asteroid?
asked Peppa.
Ruff, a huge bowl of rock floating through space,
explained Grandad Dog. I wonder where we could get an asteroid from, said Granny Pig. Just then, Mr. Fox arrived. Granny Pig, Peppa and George went to meet him. Hello, said Mr. Fox. I heard you were having a dinosaur party, and I thought I might be able to sell you something. I've got rubber pterodactyls, nodding herbivores. We need an asteroid, said Granny Pig.
It's like a very big ball,
added Peppa. Mr. Fox thought for a moment. I've got just the thing, he said, getting a deflated ball out from the back of his van.
A beach ball?
asked Peppa. It's a giant beach ball, announced Mr. Fox as he started to inflate it. You wait and see. Bump, 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 bump.
Ooh, said Peppa. It is giant.
Pump, 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 pump.
Ah, perfect, said Granny Pig once the beach ball was fully inflated. This will be an excellent asteroid. The asteroid bounced past Granny and Grandpa Pig's house and down the hill to the garden full of dinosaurs. Peppa and George raced after it as fast as they could, followed by Granny Pig and Mr. Fox. The asteroid bounced all around the garden. Boinks! Boinks! Bounce! Bumping into the dinosaurs and even the dragon. Mr. Fox turned to Granny Pig. You've got people in fancy dress, palm trees and a beach ball, he said. This is an amazing beach party. It is not a party, said Granny Pig. Mr. Fox had an idea and went back to his van. He came back with 2 big speakers on wheels. You can't have a beach party without music, he said.
This is the best party ever, Granny,
said Peppa. She danced and sang a song.
Do the stomp. Do the dinosaur stomp. Do the roar. Do the dinosaur roar. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Roar, roar, roar. Do the dinosaur stomp, stomp, roar.
Everyone had a fantastic time, stomping and roaring to the music. Peppa loves dinosaur parties. Everyone loves dinosaur parties. Ooh, it is not a party. And that was Peppa Pig. Peppa's Dinosaur Party. Roar. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, be sure and like the video. And remember, you can always subscribe to the channel at Read Us a Story. Thanks. Bye! Hello, and welcome to Read Us a Story. What shall we read today? How about Peppa Pig, Peppa's Great Dinosaur Hunt? I'll lift the flap book. Peppa and her friends are at Grampy Rabbit's Dinosaur Park.
Welcome to the Great Dinosaur Hunt,
says Grampy Rabbit.
Now, let's go and find some dinosaurs.
Look, says Peppa. There's a spiky tail. Dinosaurs used to use their tails to balance,
says Edmund Elephant. Edmund is a bit of a clever clogs. The dinosaur hunters peek behind a big, round rock.
Well done, Peppa,
says Grampy Rabbit.
You found the spiky-tailed dinosaur. Grrr.
Grampy Rabbit tells everyone to listen out for strange sounds.
They might give you a clue about where the next dinosaur is.
Squeak! What was that?
Asks Mandy Mouse.
It sounds like a dinosaur eating leaves. It could be a hungry herbivore, says Edmund. Herbivores mostly eat plants.
It came from behind those bushes, says Penny Polar Bear. The dinosaur hunters head towards the bushes.
Crunch, munch, rustle, rustle, crunch, munch. Chomp. Well done, Mandy and Penny,
says Grampy Rabbit.
You found the hungry dinosaur. Crunch, munch.
Grampy Rabbit tells everyone to look out for more clues.
Look, says Edmund, I found some footprints. Footprints tell scientists how big dinosaurs were,
He says.
Oh dear,
Says Daddy Pig.
I hope it's not a big one.
The dinosaur hunters follow the footprints to a dark tunnel and peer inside.
Well done, Edmund,
Says Grampy Rabbit.
You found the sleeping dinosaur. Now, let's go before we wake it up. Rawr. Rawr.
Where is the next dinosaur?
Says Peppa.
Can you please give us a clue, Grampy Rabbit?
Yes, Peppa,
Says Grampy Rabbit.
this dinosaur has scaly skin and sharp teeth.
Mummy Pig sees something big stomping around a volcano. The dinosaur hunters go over to the fiery volcano to take a look. Maybe we should go and find another dinosaur, says Mummy Pig nervously.
Well done, Mummy Pig,
Says Grampy Rabbit.
you found the sharp-toothed dinosaur.
Suddenly, George hears something. He leads the dinosaur hunters deep into the jungle.
Grrr!
Roars George, pointing to a giant egg. The giant purple dinosaur egg is hatching.
Look! George has found the Granny Pigosaurus!
Cries Peppa.
Roar!
Roars Granny Pig. Did you all enjoy the dinosaur hunt?
Yes, Granny.
Says Peppa.
And my favourite dinosaur is you!
Now back you go. Peppa loves dinosaur hunts. Everyone loves dinosaur hunts. And that was Peppa's Great Dinosaur Hunt, a Lift the Flap book. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, be sure and like the video. And remember, you can always subscribe to the channel at Read Us a Story. Thanks. Bye! Hello, and welcome to Read Us a Story. What shall we read today? How about Peppa Pig, Peppa and the Christmas Elf? Peppa and the Christmas Elf. It was Christmas Eve, and Peppa and George were making cookies for Santa with Granny and Grandpa Pig.
Are we being helpful?
Asked Peppa, whipping the spoon around and getting mixture everywhere.
Oh, yes,
Said Grandpa Pig.
you're wonderful helpers.
We're like Santa's elves, George.
Said Peppa. George giggled.
Christmas elves. I wish I could meet an elf,
Said Peppa.
I bet they love adventures.
Oh, yes,
Agreed Grandpa Pig. Granny Pig told Peppa and George that as they stirred the mixture, they could make a special Christmas wish.
Christmas dinosaur.
Cried George.
Shh, George,
Whispered Peppa.
you're not supposed to tell anyone your wish.
George wished for a Christmas dinosaur, and Peppa wished for an adventure with a Christmas elf. Jingle, 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 jingle.
Did you hear that?
Asked Peppa.
It was a jingly sound coming from outside. I think my wish has come true.
Oh, yes. Shall we go and see? Said Granny Pig.
Ah, look at that,
said Grandpa Pig when they got outside.
There's an owl in the Christmas tree, jingling the bells.
Oh,
said Peppa, sighing.
that's not my Christmas wish.
Ah, never mind, said Granny Pig. I'm sure you'll get your wish soon. Just then, there was another sound.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Daddy!
Cheered Peppa and George. Mummy and Daddy Pig had arrived to pick them up.
Are you ready to ride the Christmas train?
Said Daddy Pig.
Yes!
Cried Peppa and George. Oh, have fun, said Granny Pig, waving goodbye. We'll see you later for our Christmas sleepover. As Daddy Pig started the car's engine, Peppa spotted something red peeking out from behind a tree.
Look!
She cried, pointing.
A Christmas elf!
Mummy Pig turned around. Ah, it's a little robin, she said.
Santa has lots of elves, said Peppa. They can't all be at his workshop, can they?
Probably not. Maybe you did see one,
said Daddy Pig, winking.
Right, let's go to the Christmas train.
Choo-choo!
Cheered George. When they arrived at the Christmas train platform, Peppa and George were very excited. The train was decorated with lots of twinkly fairy lights.
All aboard the Christmas train,
Miss Rabbit called out.
First stop, the Christmas helter-skelter! Hooray!
Everyone cheered.
Choo-choo!
Said George. At the helter-skelter, Peppa looked up and spotted a red hat in one of the windows.
Found you, Christmas elf,
she cried. But when Mummy and Daddy Pig looked up, all they saw was Molly Mole wearing a little red hat.
Merry Christmas, Peppa,
cried Molly.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Molly,
replied Peppa. Everyone had lots of helter-skelter fun, but soon it was time to move on.
Follow me to the Christmas Ferris wheel,
cried Miss Rabbit. Right at the very top of the Ferris wheel, Peppa spotted something in a little red hat.
Found you, Christmas elf,
she cried. But when Mummy Pig looked, all she saw was Mr. Bull wearing a little red hat. At the gingerbread workshop, Peppa spotted the Christmas elf behind a gingerbread house.
Found you, Christmas elf,
said Peppa.
Look, Daddy!
But when Daddy Pig looked, all he saw was a gingerbread house with a little red hat on top of it. The final Christmas activity was the sledging hill. As Daddy Pig and George whizzed off, Peppa spotted the elf sledging too.
Follow that elf, Mummy,
she cried. Peppa and Mummy Pig set off. Their sledge raced down the hill. The sledge was going so fast, Mummy Pig couldn't stop it. She cried as the speeding sledge zoomed up into the air and landed. Splosh! In a snow elf. Who put that there? Said Mummy Pig, covered head to toe in snow.
It wasn't me, Mummy Pig,
said Daddy Pig.
It must have been the Christmas elf. Anyway, time to go,
said Daddy Pig.
Granny and Grandpa Pig will be waiting for us.
Yippee!
Cheered Peppa and George. When Peppa and George got back to Granny and Grandpa Pig's house, they put out some cookies for Santa and then got ready for bed. Peppa told them all about her adventure with the elf.
But I didn't even get to talk to the elf,
she said.
Time to sleep, little ones,
said Granny Pig.
May all your Christmas wishes come true.
But Peppa and George didn't hear. They were already fast asleep. Very early on Christmas morning, Peppa and George ran in to wake Mummy and Daddy Pig. Then they ran into Granny and Grandpa Pig's bedroom and woke them up too. They all headed downstairs to find Santa had left presents for everyone.
Christmas dinosaur! Yes!
Cheered George. His Christmas wish had come true. Suddenly, Peppa heard a sound.
Jingle, 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 jingle.
She looked up. Right at the top of the tree was a toy.
Christmas elf!
Peppa cried, jumping up and down. Peppa cuddled the Christmas elf.
Thank you for the adventure,
she whispered. Peppa's Christmas wish had come true too. Mummy Pig took the elf's hat off and secretly put it on Daddy Pig's head.
Oh, what's that?
asked Daddy Pig, reaching up and finding the hat. He looked over at Mummy Pig. It wasn't me, said Mummy Pig, smiling. It must have been the Christmas elf. Peppa loves her Christmas elf. Everyone loves Peppa's Christmas elf. And that was Peppa and the Christmas elf. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, be sure and like the video. And remember, you can always subscribe to the channel at Read Us a Story. Thanks.
Bye!